Happy new day. Happy new day. What's up, everybody? Happy new day. This is the day that we have made as a collective consciousness, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. All right, so happy Friday. Thank you, Electric Food 50. Gratitude for your presence. Hey, Mr. Overett on the YouTube side. Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. I am grateful. I am grateful. Wow. Okay, you guys. As you guys can see the title, right? The title says, ask yourself, am I stuck? Am I stuck? Right? And I'm going to expound a little bit more on that, what I mean in terms of that title. But first and foremost, before I get into anything or whatever the case may be, I just want to say that I'm in sheer gratitude for this now moment that is presenting itself in such a beautiful way and beautiful energies. We are, definitely moving into these beautiful energetic essences of, energetic expressions where we are beginning to, transmute energy. Some people are aware. Then those are just, going through the process, really not being aware of what's happening. But a lot of things is transpiring in this now moment right before their eyes. Well, thank you, Sincere. How are you? I'm here and I'm ready for you guys. I hope that you guys got some, questions and some engagement and some interaction. But this is more and something where you can begin to have conversations with yourself. And one of the questions is asking yourself, do your belief systems, do the belief systems that you have, does it have you tethered and stuck into that tethering of energy? Are you stuck? Because I learned something the other day, last night, as a matter. Was it last night? I think it was last night, as a matter of fact. I was on a part of Heavy's live, and he was bringing up something very significant in terms of adding another piece to the equation about the Anunnakian, and so therefore I was in the midst of the audience, and people were in the chat, responding. And so when I was listening, hi Papaya, hey Mama, gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. Hi Nature Wolf on the YouTube side. Gratitude for your presence. I am grateful. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I was looking I was more so engaged in the chat, and I was trying to neutralize. I was trying to neutralize the divide, right? The division. And but what I really noticed in that conversation in the chat is that people were stuck in ideologies, right? I'm grateful, Ma. I love having you. I love having you all. So thank you for being such a dedicated energy that creates a synergy with me. I'm grateful to have you. Thank you for being here. So I noticed in the chat that there were some, spectacles that were there that wanted to create a divide. But I understand where the divide comes in part because they are stuck in a paradigm of belief systems that really is, kind of somewhat holding them hostage because they can't fathom that there are other experiences out there that could be equally true, in as just like what they also believe in terms of what they see as truth, right? But you got to ask yourself, am I allowing this belief system to hold me hostage? And why am I so how can I say, locked and loaded in these ideologies, right? So what is it about this belief system that got to me, that makes it the absolute truth, when there is also other things that are coming before me that is relatively true as well? So I'm here to kind of somewhat give you a different perspective, not to necessarily take you away from what it is that that is housing you right now, that is the momentum of your energetic expression, but to once again let you know that you got options. I'm all about creating the essence of neutrality, to let you know that you have options, that you are not stuck, unless you just truly just like the energy that is generated from what it is that you believe, right? What's up, Donnie? How you doing? Gratitude for your presence. I am so grateful that you are here. Thank you for being here. But in the essence of all of that, I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time. I know that, was it day before yesterday or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I can't keep up with the days. I think it was yesterday. I said something about soul contract. I'm a touch a little bit on that too as well, but that kind of somewhat also falls in the line of understanding that you are not limited in terms of how you decide to choose to express energy. But I want to put up something. I don't know if well, I am grateful, Donnie. Donnie says YouTube. I got, because I guys, I'm on YouTube as well as Instagram. So I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments, interchangeable. That is actually on YouTube as well. So Donnie said, for the guys that are on YouTube that can't see the chat on the IG side, Donnie said that I am honored for your divine spiritual soul. So I'm grateful. There go Miss Mary. What's up, Mary? There go my girl, my sis Mary is in the house. Gratitude for Mary's presence. I see my other baby girl is over here. Nature Wolf done came from off the YouTube side over onto the Instagram side. I know it's nice, right? You can go from one side to the next, right? Oh, that was yesterday, Mr. Over. Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you for bringing me to the levels, right? Right. So yesterday I was talking about the soul contract. I love doing it though. It gives you guys options. You see, it kind of ties in to what I'm talking about anyway. It gives us options, right? Yes. So to let us know that we are not stuck. So I want you guys to begin to have these beautiful, beautiful conversations with yourself, so that you can come to the understanding to ask yourself, am I stuck? And you stuck. You're not stuck, baby. Hey, deep down inside, buddy love, there's an essence of you that knows that you're not stuck. It's just that there are those of us that are here to just remind you that you're not stuck, right? But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in this space, to have some essence and ability to articulate it to the best of my ability. So, I'm grateful. I'm just very grateful. And anytime you guys want to chime in, to break it down to the lowest common denominator for the kids that are sitting in the back of the class, because I do got some front row students up in here that gets me on 110, on 1,000, and I appreciate you guys. So just break it down to the lowest common denominator for the kids that is in the back of the room. What you say, Sincere? You stuck in traffic? Well, hell, there's a lot of energetic traffic that's going on that could actually have some bearings of some truth. But I'm here to say that we're just gonna go through the GPS of energy and find a different route. That's all we got to do, is just find a new route to express energetically. I'll be missing out on heavy lives since I'm blocked. What I miss? Oh shit! Nah, she just done dropped some dimes. Listen, the thing about it is that in the live last night. Oh, now they pausing my live on IG. I don't know why they pausing it, but okay, there we go. We're back. Um, Last night he was bringing some componency to the Anunnakian. Everybody is claiming or proclamating being Anunnakian, and so therefore he was actually. Mary, I am not messing with you today. They gonna catch up, because guess what? Guess what, sis? We have love. We have love for everybody. So we gonna get them up to par to the best of our ability, because we're grateful that, they're deciding to, be in the essence of the midst of us and giving us an opportunity to just, give them a different perspective. So, we're going to catch them up. We're going to catch them up, and they're going to walk away, having at least, at the very least, they're going to know they got some choices, right? Yes, I know, mama. I know we here. Mary say I'm being playful. I know. We finna catch them up, right? Right. So, in the essence of what are the human codes? The human codes are you. The human codes is the essence of energy that dwells within your being. This is how I understand it. And let me make it clear. The way that I articulate it is how I understand the process. So it may not sound familiar, or it may not sound as scientific, because the way I'm understanding it is being expressed through my own energetic imprint. So, so just so that you don't have any biases and prejudices, it may not sound like, a scholar, or, somebody that is a scientist, because I'm expressing it in a way that I clearly understand the process. And so in your question, yes, sincere, it was a very interesting conversation. Um, but how I understand the human codes, it is how the matter of us integrate with the energy essence of us, to which many of us call it soul, or many of us call it spirits, or the levels of how that energy integrates with the matter or the physicality. So there is definitely codes that is orchestrated to give you what you look like, the simulation of what you look like, the simulation of what I look like, right? It's all in the essence of how it is coded and platformed, right? So, this is where you get the multiple or different features. What I like to kind of parallel that with is how we say when we're having a child, right? And you have this set of DNA and that set of DNA. And so when the sperm meet egg, right? It decides, where genetically how it wants to create and cultivate this being, to create its own uniqueness, in terms of even when it's combined with two separate DNAs, right? It's still going to have its own, essence of, uniqueness to it, right? How can I individualize or exclusivize this individual with two different DNAs? So it just picks the codes. It just picks the codes of, how it wants to create this person. So, this is why sometimes a child may feature the mom, sometimes the child may feature the dad the most, sometimes they like look like both of them at, at various times. Is these are the codes for the humans, right? In terms of how it actually comes together through genetical sequences, and how the genetics is actually coded in terms of how it creates. And this is why they say it's a million and one ways, it's a million infinite possibilities of how a child can come out, in terms of, sets of genetics and codes that comes together to create this individual. So that's how I kind of like break it down in the lowest, way of understanding it, because, it makes it a little bit more palatable to digest in that way, because we're familiar with, the creation of children and different things of that nature. But everything is pretty much coded in terms of how energy is expressed. Okay, but I have to ask you guys: are you stuck? That's the question of the day. Are you stuck? Do you see yourself as a what's up, Will? How you doing? Long time no see. Gratitude for your beautiful presence. I am grateful. Thank you for being here. Um, you got to ask yourself, are you stuck? Right? And because a lot of times these belief systems, right, you're so grounded into the belief systems, it take you away from the possibility of something else that could be possibly expressed. When I talked about soul contracts, right, I said to you guys, I said, I understand that soul contracts does exist for those who want to experience what a soul contract is. But that rising yesterday, I got up and I said, okay, I have vibrated out of the experience of soul contracts, right? Now, what will happen is somebody might come and say to me, well, Divine or Patrice, whatever you want to call me, they may say, well, soul contracts is true because blah, 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 this, and this, and that, and that, and that, and everything. And I'm going to say that I agree with you, because there is a plethora of energetic experiences that can create an anomaly for it to be true. Okay. But I'm not limited to just that ideology. Okay. I'm not limited to that experience because we have the ability to evolve out of that vibration or that energetic vortex that has created that energetic anomaly of what you call contracts. So, soul contracts is an experience, right? Just like I said, that there is a vibrational vortex that ascends past the quantum essence of energetic expression. Right now, we are ascending, right, and vibrationally into a vibrational vortex of experiences, energetic experiences that gives you the quantum essence of what this energy in the quantum expression of energy that can create experiences in the quantum essence of energy. The quantum essence of energy is still moved in the essence of division. However, it is a lesser dense of energetic field that allows more of a unified mind and essence to commence in the consciousness, right? With our unified consciousness. What's up, T? Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. The quantum allows those who want to express in a more unified essence of expression. It allows for us to create experiences from that vibrational and energetic vortex in the quantum. But there is another essence of vibrational vortexes that ascends past what you know as the quantum experience, as well as nine ether experience. So there is definitely energetic expressions levels to it. Now, my thing of it is that where these stories and these experiences, right? With me, let me give you a backdrop about me. I hear the stories, right? I hear the information, right? And so with me, I can hear the story, I can hear the words, and how I'm wired, I can kind of grasp where it reside energetically, vibrationally, and in frequency, right? Like last night conversation that was talking about the Anunnakian, right? That was a pole reversal conversation. So I could identify even though it was still in the midst of the illusion of the divide and the divisional aspect of expression, it was now moving in the essence of the ascended value more so than the descended value. Okay, that is the it that it would so that conversation in that live was vibrationally sound because I'm moving, I'm open to the ascensional value of energetic flow, right? To ascend me, past these dense energies and vibrational vortex. So when that conversation, even though it was still in the midst of the creation of the dualistic aspect of expression, it still was moving in an essential value of expression of that energy with the story that commenced as a result, right? So they were talking about the Anunnakian, and they brought in once again, because remember I told you guys that the how can I say, the divine feminine, the divine masculine is synonymous to light and darkness. It's synonymous to yin and yang, right? It's all synonymous, but it's just said in different ways, right? It's just expressed differently, but it's all synonymous. Okay. Okay. Scully Money 223 says, the Anunnaki are one of our aspects, and some of us look like dragons and amphibians. Okay, that is okay. So that translate to me that energy can be expressed in many different shapes and forms, right? It depends on where the energy is expressing from vibrationally and in frequency, right? So the Anunnakian, right, is essence of frequency that is being expressed at a dense energetic level, but there is also something that is also ascensional past the expression of what the Anunnakians expressed, okay, energetically. So when you look at the essential value of yourself, you're not limited to these stories or different things of that nature. Now, the difference between me and maybe somebody else is that I'm not going to refute any story that is out there, right? I'm not going. What's up, Bo? Nobody. Hopefully, after this live, nobody's stuck. At least they'll know that they got options. Gratitude. What's up? How you doing? Right? What's up, Yolanda? Greetings. Gratitude for your presence. I'm grateful. Thank you for being here. Right? Hopefully, after this live, nobody is no longer stuck. Right? I forgot what I was about to say. Dang, I just lost it just that quick. Shit. Well, but as I was saying that, in the essence of many different stories, right? Depending on where you are, you're in terms of how you understand that story, decide you're going to decide. Okay, like it was a guy, I can't think of his name. He has a name, and he's still on the essence of the black and white thing, right? What's up, Kennard? Gratitude. Thank you for sending your love. I am grateful. Thank you for being here. Scully Money 223 said, yes, I've seen myself as a serpentine being on DMT and shrooms, and I was told by my spirit guide that one of my aspects is from what they call from Nibiru, which is only an aspect of consciousness as well. Yes, it's a variation of consciousness being expressed in many different forms. And that's the thing that I think when you get stuck into an essence of a story, right, you get stuck in these tetherings, right? And that's the essence of how you get stuck, because you're thinking that this is the only truth. No, there are many truths, you guys. There are many, many, many versions of truths, right? Because consciousness expresses itself in many different aspects of energy, frequencies, and vibration, right? So therefore the truth is going to be relative to the vibrational vortex or the dense energy of what created it. So this is how this is why I don't need the books. All I have to do is listen to the story, and I know where the story resides. Yes, there are infinite versions of you. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Not only one person has truth. Right. Everybody. Okay, let me tell you why it's the truth. This is why I say even a lie is the truth. And this is what I said yesterday, right? Because you are the truth. You are the truth expressing the lie. You are the truth that is expressing the story. You are the truth that is driving this car. You are the truth that is breathing. You are the truth that is expressing everything, right? You are the truth. Regardless if you're telling a lie, you are the truth that's telling a lie. So that lie is still truth, because the truth of you is creating an experience through the lie. So this is why I always say even the lie is the truth, because it is the truth that is expressing the lie. You are the truth, right? You are the truth expressing energy through people, places, persons, and things, right? Through experiences, through energy. Everything about you is energetically driven, right? Your heart is electrical, right? Your mind, your thought process, how you talk to yourself within yourself without even moving your mouth. All of that is consciousness, right? All of that constitute the energy. You are the truth expressing. You are the truth. But a lot of people don't see themselves as truth because they're moving in the construct of that. I'm a human being. No, you're more than just a human being. You are a multi-dimensional being. A lot of the constructs that has limited you to these stories and these ideologies, it keeps you tethered energetically to vibrational vortexes, right? Exactly. Okay, Scully's okay, sincere. Oh God, y'all are seeing. Okay, sincere 86 baby says not only one person has truth, right? Everybody, if you understand that beings, animals, trees are truth. You are the truth telling a lie, right? Let's say you are a liar, right? But your lies create true experiences, right? Your lie creates an experience that could hurt somebody. Your lie, you can create an experience that makes somebody feel happy for a moment, right? So you are the truth expressing. Okay. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, that's okay. I've read books, but life experiences more of my reality. Okay. Okay. Yes, because you can't just be well read, because your experiences and your relative reality tells you what you are creating. How your experience, how your creation responds to you tells you what you are creating energetically. Okay. Scully Money says exactly, nothing is good nor evil, only aspects of consciousness expressing itself through the different aspects of creation. Yes. Ashe. Yes, Hercules, Hercules. Gratitude. I am grateful. And Chef Kenardi says, oh my God, I jumped into a past life with my family last night. I had the same family, only we were doing in old times. It was so crazy. I accidentally told them things. It wasn't an accident. Told them things about things from this time period. It's not an accident. We are multi-dimensional beings. In some states of expression of our energy, we are aware that we are, who we are in truth, right? But then this state gives us an essence of what we are calling a sleep state. So therefore, it appears that we're not, we're not supposed to be doing anything. But there are some expressions of us that is completely aware, right? They were confused as to what I was talking about. That was in my dream. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. It's just another form of you expressing energy. That's the beauty about understanding ourselves in true light. You know what I'm saying? We are multi-dimensional being. Um, okay, Scully Money. I'm going through the comments, you guys. I'm going through the comments. Scully Money says we are one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. Once you truly understand that, you can bend reality because it boom, where you been, Scully? Scully is speaking my language. Hercules, Hercules. Yes. Hercules. So I can see right now, Scully, you ain't stuck. You ain't hardly stuck. Grateful. I'm grateful. I'm glad we have a synergy. That is amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And T is saying you should never listen to someone's interpretation of the story, then think you understand, read it, then understand. Read it for yourself. Then you can get or directly get then you can get or directly not through some third party experience. Well, yes, what I was saying earlier. Let me see if it's more. Okay, hold on. Then, okay, Mr. Overend said this resonance is strong. I'm grateful. Thank you. And T says because they may not comprehend what they're reading. Well, not only that, because that method of information could possibly not be vibrationally sound to what it is, of how they are interpreted. Because remember, I'm the energy person, right? So I understand that a lot of things that I say is not vibrationally sound, so it's going to sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. It's not going to reside or resonate because they're at a vibration where it's not, you're not acclimated to that understanding, right? So therefore there is no judgment because where hi dear, I'm saying the name wrong. I know I'm saying the name wrong. Dear Albert, Dirt Albert. I know I said the name wrong. I'm sorry for shopping and screwing up your name. I'm sorry, but welcome. Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. Right, because a lot of things like last night when you and Heavy was talking, and I don't know the other guy's name. I can't think of his name, but you guys were talking about it, and for me it was vibrationally sound because it was moving in an ascensional value, even though I know that it still resides within where the divide actually commenced, but it still was going into a direction because it was tethering in energetic information to bring more clarity to how the dissension took place and where the ascension resides. You understand what I'm saying? So it brought more clarity in an ascensional value because of something that was deliberately left out to create a polarized essence of energy to be expressed. Now, when I speak, that's what I get. Okay. Now, you guys may get because of where you are at in terms of how you interpret energy. vibrationally, you may get something entirely different from that story. Like I said, the light and the dark is synonymous to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It is synonymous to the yin and the yang. Okay, so it's versions, different versions of expression of the same energy, just at a different energetic value or vibration of expression, right? So that's why, in third density, the Christ was within was moving from the essence of the Christ, external, right? But it's still the Christ, right? But it was just understood at a different level of consciousness, or moving, being expressed energetically from a different vibrational vortex of energy. Okay, we are beings that are expressing energy. What's up, Golden Sugar? How you doing, Mama? Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. So when we begin to understand, overstand, right? So now, okay, so now you got those that are stuck into the Anunnaki, and they got those that are stuck into the sunblood. You got those that are stuck into the black thing and the white thing and the superiority thing and everything. And I'm here to say that somewhere in the universe, vibrationally in energy being expressed, that is a truth, because you are the truth expressing. You are the truth expressing. Okay. This is why I say even a lie is the truth, because you are the truth that is expressing energy. You are the truth expressing. Okay. So in the essence of you being the truth expressing, right? Even the lies are the truth, because the lie is creating an experience. What's up, Mr. Dirge? Gratitude for your presence on the YouTube side. I'm grateful. Thank you. Oh, you going from, I swear, hey, you got options, right? You going from Instagram to YouTube back there. Hey, at least you know you got options, right? That is what this is about, is to show us that we have options. We are not stuck in a paradigm, right? You're not stuck. You're choosing to be in that paradigm because of what you believe to be true. Okay. And you are the truth that is expressing that energy of that paradigm based off that belief system. And what happens is that when people comes in with their ideology, right, their expression of energy, and they're like, this is the truth, this is the truth, this is the truth. Well, yeah, it's the truth, but there are a plethora of truths, right? Because there's a billions of people that is expressing truth. Okay, because we are the truth expressing energy. And many of us are expressing energy in the higher vibrational vortex that ascends past the quantum version of energetic expression. There are truths that are expressing in the vibrational vortex of the quantum energetic expression. There are truths that are expressing from what we understand as the 4D energetic expression. Then there's truth that is being expressed in a denser energetic expression, to which we have now energetically ascended from, but we knew as third density. Okay, all true. True for you, different comprehensions, levels of different of understanding. Truths at different levels of consciousness. Yes. Right? Because the energy is what, how can I say, dances with the level of consciousness. The density is what dances with the level of how the consciousness is being expressed energetically. To comprehend is not just, but to only a few can articulate. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you, sometimes it's not it's not an easy thing for me to articulate. So I hope that you guys are understanding, overstanding what it is that I'm saying. Because sometimes it's not easy, you know what I'm saying? Because it's in me and I understand it from, my inner being and my inner essence of expression. But sometimes, this language makes it a little bit different, in terms of how you actually articulate it and express it. Right. But my goal is to really show you that if you're open, right, if you're closed-minded, you're going to be clad iron fisted to that essence and say, no, this is the truth. Okay, well then what it comes down to saying, all I'm gonna say to you, yes, it's the truth, and this is the truth that you want to stick with. But there are other truths of energies that are being expressed. there are other opportunities of expression of energy if you decide to be open enough to receive that vibration within your essence of expression, so that you can now move into that vibrational vortex to experience the energies within that vibrational vortex that creates different experiences. You have to be open to it, right? What's up, the real Frankie? Gratitude. How you doing? And gratitude for your presence on the YouTube side. Thank you for being here. But you have to be open. So now you got to ask yourself, what but for me, I'm not denying the sun blood, because guess what? That analogy was created in a density, and so therefore people has gravitated it. But why are you gravitating to that essence? Is it through trauma? Is it through experiences that made you feel less than? And this is your opportunity now to say that I am. Now we're being redeemed. There's an essence of redemption that's coming on. But it's still moving at a dense energetic essence of expression of energy. I'm not here to judge. I'm just telling you where it energetically reside. You know how that man say, where the money reside, where the money reside, come over here where the money reside. Where the energy reside, where the vibration reside. You understand what I'm saying? Scully Money says, I had a dream I had a dream about me standing over a forest watching huge animals and a 50-foot snake slithering through the forest. Yeah, that's a reality somewhere. That is actually a projected relative reality that a version of you may be experiencing right now in this now moment, because we are multidimensional. I think the hardest thing for a lot of people to understand is the fact that you are a multidimensional being, right? That's the hardest thing, because when we see ourselves in physical incarnation and the way that this essence of energy has been cultivated, it shut us off in terms of how in terms of seeing ourselves in such an expansive way of expression of energy. But I'm not here to say that where you are isn't where you should be at in terms of how you want to express your energy. I'm not here to say you're right, you're wrong, because your truth, where you are choosing to express energy from, is giving you an experience for whatever people say, for the for the evolution of the soul, for the evolution of energetic experience. However you decide that you want to internalize this experience. Like I was saying about the soul contract, right? I understand that there is a vibrational vortex that expresses about the soul contract. And so therefore, when people were in that wave of energy, they gravitated that, yeah, you're on a soul contract, you're here, you know what you're doing and everything, and this is why you're here, because you're on a soul contract. No, but for me now, where I've vibrated, a soul contract keeps me tethered. If I'm a free essence of energy that is being expressed, I can pull the plug just like in the Matrix at any given time if I'm aware. The key to understanding that you're not under contract is to be aware of the freedom of you, right? The infinite aspect of your being. So now I understand that the soul contract was just another illusionistic way to keep me tethered, connected energetically to a vibrational vortex, right? Because as long as I thought that I was in a contract, then I'm like, there's an energy that is given permission for the universe to give me experiences, because I believe that I'm under a soul contract. When I came out of the essence of that and I evolved vibrationally in an essence where I realized, I become aware that we're not in a contract, then now I just absolve myself, right, from having to return to a vibrational vortex to express energy from, thinking that I am tethered to it because I'm under a contract. I realize that I'm not under a contract. I'm free to be. So I've just untethered myself vibrationally to an experience, right, that was conjured, right, to keep you energetically tethered through thought and consciousness, that you're under a soul contract. I'm not under a soul contract. I am here by my own free will to express energy in a multitude of many different. They just paused the live again. In a multitude, it paused the live, you guys. In a multitude of energies, frequencies, and vibration. right? If I want to ascend, I'm open to the ascensional value. So therefore, I am starting to begin to migrate energetically into the essence of what the ascensional value is in energy and become aware vibrationally of those energy that reside in that ascensional value of expression. Or if I decided I wanted to descend into what one may call the pits of hell, I have the option to also descend into energetic vortexes to experience a denser energy of expression. I am not bound to anything, but you have to be desired to move into that space energetically to become aware of that essence, right? You have to know that. Now, if a person come to me and say, well, divine, you are wrong. This is, you can come theoretically, you could come with sciences. You could come with all of that. And I am going to tell you that you are correct because there it was created. The experience was created, and all of the frills and the thrills and everything to go along with to substantiate the authenticity of the experience is going to be there to substantiate the authenticity of the experience. So I'm not going to say that you're lying, and all the rings and the bells and the whistles and everything that was needed for to make this vibrationally sound for you to say that I'm okay to be in this space to express this energy and be true to it, right? It's there for the expression. But when you decide to vibrate out of it, then you got me. Right, then that's when I'll come like, yeah, I know that it's there for the expression, but I'm gonna go over here and express this energy. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not stuck. We're not stuck. We think that we are, but we're not. And that is where I'm coming into, to express to those that are stuck in the sun blood thing, that is stuck in the Anunnaki. Those are experiences that, yes, they did occur. They did. There was a whole creational value that allowed that experience to commence in the matter to which it is. But if do I want to be stuck in that element of energetic expression, especially when it creates a divide, when I understand there is equally an experience over here that is more unified to match the appropriation of what it is that I truly want to experience now and express from energetically. I want to express energy from a unified consciousness of energetic expression and no longer from a dualistic aspect of energetic expression. So now, in the essence of that, I am in my own way ascending into a vibrational vortex where the unified consciousness of energetic expression resides, right? Okay, but see, that's the thing. 868 Quran says life is a school and life is a test. Life is this essence of energy in consciousness is just consciousness expressing itself within itself, and many variations of dense energies and so many stories that comes along with that, right? You I saw yesterday, like I said, there's someone that calls. I look at the white side of you. That's that Caucasian side of you. That's that demon. That's that devil. Listen, there's a vibration that houses that. And like if I was to read you in my own reading, the way that I'm wired, you are a dense motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You expressing from a dense energetic expression where there is hatred, where there is violent death. You are expressing from a dense energetic expression when you move from that way. Now, do I have any judgment against you? No, because that's where you're choosing to express, and that's where you're choosing to stay because you feel like that is the true expression. That is the only expression, and that's the truth. And there are many truths because you are the truth expressing. We are the truth expression. We are all truths expressing at variations of different energetic vibrational vortexes. We are all truths. That's why when you bring things out of his story and then you make it your story, you just have activated that story. So that story, even though in history never dies, it still lives through you because you are the truth that is expressing what you are calling history. But it's no longer history because you're still bringing it in your now moment, right? I'm trying to bend some of mine. I know that's right. That's where we're getting. And guess what? These energies are going to get us to that level. If we are still in this form, in this avatar, right? It will get us there. We're going to get there. Hold on, y'all. So it is about enjoying a now moment. For me, okay, let me put it this way. For me, it's about enjoying my now moment, right? It is about me letting go of things that creates, how can I say, opposition. Okay. It's about me letting it go so that it can flow, right? I don't have the wounds in my hand trying to hold on to something that is supposed to be fluid. The dense energy say hold on to that shit and let it burn your hand, and the fluidity say I'm letting that shit go, let it flow, let it flow, let it go, let it flow, right? If you want to be a millionaire, let it flow into the essence of that, right? And then you move in accordance vibrationally to ascend to where your energetic imprint vibrationally matches to where you are now. But if you're like, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that and everything like that, you can still have the ambition, but have that ambition not out of desperation, not out of, what is that word? Struggle, not out of all of these oppositional energies or these polarized energies that keeps you stagnant from being able to ascend vibrationally in the space that you want to be. I shit in my pants if I want $1 billion. And listen, I would, if someone asked me, like, if I was ever to come in there, I don't think it would change me. You know what I'm saying? Because, I, you know, I'm already moving in flow. A lot of times, I don't know Jay-Z personally, but I kind of, for some reason, I kind of gravitate to him for some reason. Um, because he just allowed it to flow. He already knew where he wanted to be vibrationally, and he stepped into essences and genres of those vibrational expressions that was going to get him to that space. And he did it in the essence of cavalier. Money don't make you happy. You already got to be that. You got to be. Money ain't making you happy. No, money don't make you happy. A lot of people think I got it going on and this and that or whatever. And listen, money don't make you happy. Okay. You got to be happy. You got to equally be happy without money as well as having money, because money don't bring you happy. I've seen children in places that we would probably cringe in order to be, and they're outside and they're playing. They don't know that they're poor. They don't know that they're that there's another world out there that is that would appear to be more grander than the world that they're in. They believe that their world is grand. They're out there, they're playing, they're having a good time. They are wise to the none about another world being all posh and upscale, right? Going back to the essence of a child, that is just living in the moment and just being grateful for that moment is where I strive to be, because that is where you are truly carefree, right? Not in the way that is, oh, they're too carefree for me and they don't care nothing about nothing. No, you're carefree because you are living in the moment, right? You are living in the moment, and you are not bound by struggle. You are not bound by stress. You're not bound. When you look at children, we can take a leaf out of their page if we are really truly observant of children in a higher vibrational way, not in a pedophilia way, but in a higher vibrational way of expression. When we see that they don't see racism, they don't see colorism, they play with one another. They just want to play. They just want to, swing on monkey bars and, make moon pies and all this different kind of thing. What's up, 253? I am. Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. Right? We can take a page out of observation, right, to see how truly, kids, how they interact with each other without bias, right? Without bias. Um, being only worried about making money is what they want. Just another working NPC. Well, even that, like even an NPC, right? That's that's a construct. Um, they put many different things out there for us to, to energetically invest in. This is okay. So this is the way I look at it, right? There are anomalies out there that they put in place for us to energetically invest in. It's up to us to say, okay, I want to have that experience, right? I hear about the non-essential players and different things of that nature. I know that that is a play on the board, but do I want to experience that? No, I don't want to experience that, right? So I don't really move into the essence of, things that I don't want to experience. But I know that it's there for the taking. I know that it's there for the expression of the energy. But I choose not to move into that space because I know I got choices. I'm not stuck. I'm not stuck. You're not stuck. We're not stuck. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you guys understand, overstand that aspect of that expression, but I hope you walk away from this experience at least, with the seed being planted to say that you are not stuck. Okay. You're not stuck in these ideologies. But I do see a lot of people that moves, like if somebody came to me and talk about the Orishas and the Orishas is real, I'm not going to say that the Orishas is not real. I'm going to say that there's an essence of expression of energy that gives validity to you saying that they are real because you are expressing that value right now. You are expressing the value of it being real because you are the truth expressing. So yes, it's real. I'm not going to say that it's not. I'm not going to tell you that it's not. However, I'm not going to say that I'm going to also say that's not your only option. That's all I'm saying. You're not stuck. You're not stuck in the Anunnaki, and you're not stuck in the Draconian. You're not stuck in all of these things. These are energies that has taken form, that is being expressed in certain dimensional essence of expression, vibrationally and in frequency. How that energy is being expressed, you can tell the density of how the energy is being expressed. The more you begin to ascend in value, the more you expand your level of consciousness, right? The more you expand your level of consciousness. Okay. That is the beauty about really. And then you know what? It takes you out of racism. It takes you out of colorism. It takes you out of homophobia. Like most of y'all feel that the trans, what is it? The trans vestites or whatever they want to call them, the trans people, right, don't have a right to be trans because it goes against the principality of the biological essence of being female or male, right? Right? So a lot of people got a problem with the trans. I look at them like, wow, they have taken the ability to express themselves at a whole nother different level because there's a deeper downside in Buddy Love that understands that this is just an expression of energy. So I'm here to show you the versatility of that. I am not, even from a biological, I am not stuck in how I want to express energy. Now, some people might call me batshit crazy, but guess what? I ain't vibrating where you vibrating. So therefore, I have a different level of understanding of the same anomaly. You may look at transgender thing as just a condemnation of hell, right? But I look at transgender as them deciding to express energy in the way that they are choosing to express their energy. We all are expressing. So they are the truth expressing themselves, just like you are the truth expressing yourself, right? I just understand the same energetic anomaly with a different level of consciousness vibrationally. I'm not bound to the biological. I'm not bound. I'm not tethered. I understand that it exists because hell, I done been pregnant 3 times and had 2 kids, right? One was an F topic, by the way, because I don't do away with kids, right? So I understand the concepts of the biological, right? I understand that that is a truth, right? I get that, right? But I also understand that you are the truth too. And how you choose to express your energy, You have the right to choose how you want to express your energy. The greatest thing about this transgender thing is that the power is showing you that you can still express your energy, and even with what we may call in an offset of a biological vessel. But it takes a mature being to understand that perspective. Now, what this system has done now is found a way, this particular system in this vibrational vortex, is how can I polarize that beautiful expression of energy? Because guess what? The system could have equally made that just like how I just articulated that expression and possibly made it palatable for people to get it and understand, because I'm telling you guys from a metaphysical perspective that you are the truth expressing, and no biological can take away the ability of truth expressing itself. If truth want to express itself in a manner and form to which it wants to express itself, it has the ability. So, in terms of the essence of what is going on here, when you see transgender people, they are expressing their truth. Now, what this system has done is found a way to polarize that, right? Because wherever you are at is the essence of, if you are more in the, how can I say, the polarized version of dense energy being expressed through pedophilia and different things of that nature, and you are more fearful, right? Then of course that's going to be an experience of how you see transgenders, right? Okay, because that's where you are vibrationally. You're still moving in the essence of fear, right? How you want to raise your children, right? In terms of, okay, I'm still tethered to a girl is a girl and a boy is a boy. If it biologically, this is you're stuck, right? You're stuck. It's okay. Ain't no big thing. That's just where you are right now. So therefore, that ideology of you looking at it from that perspective, because you still see yourself expressing from a limited version of expression, right? So therefore, you're going to transcend. This is how we, the epigenetics and how we kind of like transcend things on down through generation after generation, because it's hard for us to let go shit because we don't see ourselves bigger than what we've been told. Right? That's the thing. We are way more bigger than what we have been told, but people still stuck in terms of how they understand this process, right? So therefore, they're just holding on to these ideologies. Like I said to you guys, and I'm not here to try to make nobody, come to the essence of thinking that I'm trying to change you. I'm just letting you know you got options. You're not stuck, right? You're not stuck unless you choose to be in that vibration. Because somebody might come and tell me, well, Divine, can you tell me how a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man? And I will tell you that the vessel don't dictate how energy is going to be expressed. Now, the vessel will probably dictate how one, have a baby, but it don't dictate and how energy can be expressed. And that is what people are misconstruing, is the ability to have a baby versus express energy. Because you are energy first. And if you are not at the spiritual maturation to understand it from that perspective, right? You can never depopulate anything. See, this is the thing. They throw that word out there for you to consider to create that relative reality. But when you know that you are the all and you are the essence of the all, how can the all depopulate itself when it wants to create? That is an oxymoron. If I'm a creation, all I'm going to do as you still try to depopulate, I don't have to express in this realm. I can go and express my energy in a different realm. Depopulation don't fucking exist. When are we going to understand that depopulation doesn't exist? That's just like telling the all to depopulate itself. If it decided to depopulate itself, you would have no recall of you ever existed. None. So why do we carry a word that does not have to exist in your reality? The all, when you move from the all, you realize the all ain't gonna depopulate itself. Depopulation is an experience. So the question is, do I want to experience depopulation? Do I want to experience the expression, the energetic expression of depopulation? It is an experience. And for me, that experience doesn't exist. Even if I have to vibrate into an alternate state of reality where depopulation doesn't exist because I know that I am limitless, even in this avatar. The knowledge, the consciousness. I'm not talking about this physical vessel, the physical vessel that, that dies. I'm not talking about that shit. I know deep down inside of Buddy Love that depopulation doesn't exist. Because all the all is going to do is shift the energy. That's it. Making shifts, right? Just like you change your bedroom around, you shift your dresser on the left side instead of the right side, and your bed on the north side instead of the south side. Shifts. But the thing of it is that the avatar is just a denser way of expressing energy. The energy still has the ability to be expressed. It may not be expressed in this paradigm, right? But it still has if you stuck to the avatar, then you got a problem with depopulation. That means you want to be a part of the process of the experience. The thing of it is that I'm not uh, for those of you guys that has taken the run with that, right? That's what you're saying you want to experience that. Divine, it don't go that easy. See, when you say that, that means you want to experience. That's the same as to say to do nothing is still making a choice. To not do anything is still making a choice. You're still making a choice to not do something, right? It's still making a choice, right? So I'd rather choose to alter my consciousness in a relative reality that does not allow me to experience depopulation, however that occurs. However, I come in alignment for that experience to be relative in my reality. I don't give it life. I ain't on that depopulation shit. I'm not giving that no life because I understand that depopulation is an experience. Poverty is an experience, right? Being wealthy is an experience, right? Having cancer is an experience. Being sick is an experience. Because the true essence of you out of this avatar returns itself back unto itself. Now, hi, Carissa. How you doing, Mama? Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here on the YouTube side, hey, Mama. It's an experience. But at the essence, you have to, but see, that has to be your truth. See, for me, that's my truth, right? I own it. So, a person might come to me and say, Divine, that's not true. That's not true for you, right? Just like nobody don't really understand how I understand transgenders because I understand energy being expressed. I'm not talking about having a baby. I'm not, because there's plenty women that are biological women that can't have babies. They can't have children. There are plenty women that are biological women that choose not to express through their vessel of having children. Right? But that's what we hold on to when we're holding on to ideologies that we want to be so sound. It's vibrationally sound for the energy that created it, right? But that is not the only essence of expression of energy. Like I say about pedophilia reside in denser essence of expression. Joe 91 said these experiences gonna happen here. We in the low vibrational realm, right? In terms of the essence of where we are expressing energy, yes, because it's dense. So these dense energy has the ability to create energetic experiences of pedophilia, of what is it? See these things is okay. This is me. You can have, okay, how can I say? You can have a person to express energy from an avatar, right? But where are they expressing? Because guess what? You got some beautiful transgender people that they transgenderize themselves in peace, right? They're going on with their process of what it is that's going to allow them to feel more natural in terms of how they want to express energy. They're not out there trying to exploit themselves. They're very honest about, who they are and everything, doing everything the right way. But that is not going to be televised because that brings peace, that brings unity. It's not about, but there are beings that are doing the right thing in terms of how, but that's not popular. That is not what this vibrational vortex needs to survive. It needs polarity, it needs division, right? It needs polarized energy. So, of course, they're going to focus on what creates polarity, what creates divide, because this is a vibrational vortex. But there are some beautiful transgender people, and I don't really know nobody that's transgender, so let me make that clear. But I'm in a space vibrationally to understand the process of it. There are some beautiful transgender people that's doing everything right. They're not trying to, be, something that they're not in terms of, the biological set, the assets of it in terms of having a child and different things of that nature, right? They just want to be able to express feminine energy. That's it. Or they just want to be able to express what we understand in this density as masculine energy. That's all they want. But that is not going to be televised because it's peaceful. It is unified. It's not nobody just trying to create an energy. They're just trying to live out their truest self in their truest form and authenticity. But nobody don't get it from that perspective. It takes a mature person in spiritual. I don't really call myself spiritual anymore, right? Yeah, I don't. I love him because he's being his true authentic self. He has never in the 50 something years or the 30 years that he has been in business, he has never said that I want to try to, have a but he's never done that publicly, right? Because we don't personally know him, but his persona of what he projects out there to for public consumption, I've never seen him, create no polarity, right? Right. He was one of the first ones that was, but then, of course they're going to take it and try to, spin it to create a polarized energy, especially because that's what this density need in order to sustain itself. It's polarized energy. I've said that on numerous of videos, right? And I'm not in no judgment of anyone that wants to, express energy from a polarized sense of understanding. But most times what happens when you do express from a dense energy is it's like being in quicksand. It's hard to transcend that energy. You need things that's coming through, like energies that's coming through now, to kind of relax it a little bit so that you can now wiggle your way out of that vibrational vortex, right? Because it's dense, it's stagnant, it's like settling water, right? It slows the progression, right? So now the essence of fluidity is now coming into part when you are able to now move out of that particular level of density of expression of energy. That's why I move from an energetic value. I don't move off of stories. I listen to the story and I realize where the story resides energetically. I listen to the story and I realize where the story resides energetically. That's me. I'm not here to judge, you where you are truly deciding to express your energy from, right? I'm just here to tell you that you are the truth expression. You are the truth. So even if you tell a lie, your lie was being told by the truth because you are the truth expressing the lie. And the thing about the lie is that the lie is going to create an experience, right? The lie is going to create a person the lie. You might tell somebody that's okay. Think about this. You see a person, right? That's not what's up, Jay? Hey mama. Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. You may see somebody that has a self-esteem issue, right? And you look at them and they may not be aesthetically attractive to you, right? But because you know that if you look a person in the face and you be like, you know what, you are beautiful. You are so beautiful. But deep down inside, buddy love, you know that you aesthetically to you, that person may not be beautiful. But guess what? You saying that, right? You just told a lie. But you still told a lie in love, right? Because you cared about the person and you wanted to uplift them. You wanted them to see better of themselves. It may have been something that they needed to hear because they're looking for that and they're not hearing it somewhere else. And guess what? You're saying that may have uplifted them, right? And put a smile on their face. And maybe you never know, it may have change. It may be a pivotal moment where it may change. Pause. They pause me again, you guys. Right? It may change something, but it was a beautiful lie told, right? Because you were the truth. Your truth and your intentions in your truth was to uplift that person, to bring them. And so one man might say, well, Divine, you don't need to be telling them lies. You need to tell them that, okay, you look bad right now, but this is what you could do to look better. Okay, that's a different version of expression of energy, right? That's just a different version of how you decide to express your energy, right? No judgment. But see, the thing of it is that a person that's judgmental would judge that, right? Oh, that ain't how you supposed to do it. Now that ain't beneficial. No, but if it put a person in a better space and it's not harmful, right? Then you see a change in the person and it uplift them and put them in a higher vibration. Then what? It's how you decide to express that energy. It's how you decide you are the truth expressing, right? In many things in this male body. Many things in this male body. I understand. Yes. Right, Mr. Overett, I understand exactly, right? So my essence is understanding that we are all truths expressing energy. The question is, where are you what energetic vibrational vortex are you expressing that energy from? Right? Are you expressing it? What's up, Mr. Smudge? Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being on the YouTube side. I'm grateful. Thank you. It's where you are expressing that energetic value from. Where are you in density expressing your energy, right? This tree is the truth, right? That stop sign is the truth. That car is the truth. That building is the truth. Everything that is created with essence of energy is true. The truth expressing. It is true that when you get here, whatever the number is on this building, it is a true expression of that building being there. So every time I come to Starbucks, I'm expecting for this Starbucks to be expressed energetically to serve me coffee until it no longer wants to be expressed no more by way of somebody else tearing the building down. It's still true. It's still true that it's still in this destination expressing itself for me to be come to this location every time I want coffee until it no longer decides to be expressed anymore and it's torn down, and then I got to find another energetic expression of where to go. It's all energy being expressed. It's true. It's a true building. It's a true car. It's a true aeroplane. It's a true being expressed, energetically expressed. When you look at it from that perspective, it simplifies a lot of shit. For me, right? For me, okay? It's and in this space, I have to honestly say that I am so grateful because guess what? I get to see people for how they express their energy, and guess what? I don't miss out on things because they're not black. I don't miss out on things because they're not straight. I don't miss on things because they are this or they are not this, right? Because I have not limited myself to just dealing with black people or just dealing with straight people because I'm straight, right? Or what they call straight, or I'm heterosexual, then I'm only going to deal with heterosexual. When I equally realize, right, that a dog can warn you of something. They can howl. Now if I was partial to just myself and people that look like me, talk like me, move like me, think like me, and everything, then I wouldn't realize the dog is trying to warn me of some type of danger because I'm so busy being just connected to one value. And you got to look like me, you got to talk like me, you got to sound like me, you got to be me, and me. That just limited me. I'm limited. A lot of people are not going to get the essence of what I'm saying, right? Because you want to express from a polarity. And guess what? Somebody may come to me with Divine. I don't care what you say. A man's supposed to be with a woman, and a woman is supposed to be the man. Yeah, where you're from, where you're expressing from, that's true. I'm not going to tell you you're lying because that's where you choose to express your energy from, that vibrational vortex, that level of consciousness. But I'm here to equally say that there are other level of consciousness energetically to be expressed, right? You may not agree with it, But as you can see, even though you don't agree with it, has not stopped it from happening. See, that's the shit that people don't realize, right? Just because you don't agree with it, you still see it being expressed. It's still being expressed, even with you being not in agreement with it. Because there's an essence that is there, that there are energies that wants to take that form to create relative reality, because energy consciousness comes first. Energy and consciousness they marry. They're together. It's together. It's now I'm going to end this live with that information, and I want y'all to sip it. Right? Are you stuck? Because if you are saying there's nothing else other than what I believe in, you're stuck. Because there's infinite possibilities. Infinite. Infinite. It's a good, it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is. Right? Until you decide to be open-minded enough to move into a different essence of expressing energy vibrationally. Right? Yes, a plethora. Yep. Yes, Mr. Over it. It's a plethora of energetic expressions. Absolutely. It depends on how where you reside energetically. Like I say, where the money reside, where the energy reside, where you at, where you are expressing from. And this is why I don't do stories, right? Because I'm not trying to be stuck in an ideology that's not vibrationally sound, because or whatever. I'm no victim. I'm not I'm moving, I'm dealing with my traumas, right? I'm dealing with my traumas. I am no victim. As I was telling my children today, I was talking to my kids. Even though the world may be telling me that I'm a victim, you're a victim because you're black. You're a victim because you're a woman, right? The world is telling me a victim. I'm standing here saying, I don't care what this reality is projecting to me. I am no victim. And I would scream that I don't care what this world or this dualistic world say to try to tell me that I'm a victim. I don't care. Black on black crime, white over. I don't care. I am no victim. You can project this reality all the hell that you want to. I stand strong and affirm that I am no victim. I don't care what the news say. I don't care what you say. I don't care if I'm poor. I don't care if I ain't got no money. I am no victim. I'm no victim. I'm no victim. I don't care what this world is projecting to me. I am no victim. I am not a victim. I don't care what is being projected. I am not a victim of none of this. You have to stand strong, right? And you tell it who you are. It is not for it to tell you who you are. I am no victim to none of this. I don't care what somebody else say. I don't care what this news say. I don't care. I am no victim. Yes, the dimension like to reward the polarity of ease to keep the spark that fuels this dimension. Right. It needs polarized energy. Absolutely. So they grant you a reward in essence, in some type of way, right? To contribute to the polarity for your belief systems to move in alignment energetically to create polarized energy to express from, or to create experiences to express, right? So the nice guy finishing last is needed, so to speak. Okay, you have to expound on that, Mr. Overett, because I want to understand that clearly, right? right? You don't let this relative reality tell you who you are. That's the polarized essence of expression. Okay. Because sometimes there is so much of the collective consciousness that is generating the polarized energy, right? That I'm grateful, Dr. Delightful 1909. I'm grateful. There is so much of the collective consciousness that is generating the polarized energy to tell you that you are a victim. You have to stand firm and strong. I don't care what y'all collectively say. It's what I say. It's what I tell myself. It's not what this world or this collective consciousness that's coming together to tell me. It's not what the collective consciousness say. It's what I tell myself. It's me. I am not a victim. You could take the money, you could take my house, you could take my car. I'm not putting that out there, but I'm no victim. I understand that the collective consciousness is collaborating energetically to create a polarized energetic expression where victim consciousness can sustain. I understand that. That's why it's there and that's why it's being expressed, but I am no victim. Same for the collective consciousness creating the essences of fear. I fear not anything. Because I understand that it's the collective consciousness that's coming together that is creating the vibrational vortex to express energy in a density that creates fear. But I am not fearful because the collective consciousness is not going to tell me how to be. It's what I tell myself. Because I understand that the collective consciousness is creating the polarity. I understand that the collective consciousness is creating the divide. I understand because of how the collective consciousness sees itself. And until the collective consciousness sees itself free and not victim, it is going to constantly create a polarized energetic expression to express energy from that generates experiences based off of that energy. That's how I understand it. So I am not moving off of the projection of the collective consciousness. I am moving off the projection of what I tell myself, my knowing. And I stand in power and I stand strong and I stand affirm. Yes, it is about elevation. Absolutely, Mr. Overett. I am grateful. Thank you. Yes, it is. I can't worry about men versus women because I understand where it energetically resides. Where the money reside, where the money reside. I understand where it energetically reside. Can't worry about the whites going against the blacks, right? Or the blacks going against the whites. Because either, I understand where it energetically reside. But I know where I stand affirm, right? I'm in love with everything that is a reflection of me. And I still am in love with that is not a reflection of me. I just choose not to express from that vibrational vortex. Simple. So the collective consciousness that moves in the essence of duality, right? The dualistic version of energetic expression. I stand affirm in myself. And that's the truth. That's my truth. That is how I choose to express my truth. Okay. I love you all immensely. And like I said, this live is for you to just as I'm sharing an aspect of myself with you, and I'm just giving you, this version of me, right? But the real deal, Holyfield, is for you to ask this question of yourself. Am I stuck? Am I stuck? I can't wait to get, on a platform where I can show this contrast. Because my contrast come in peace. My contrast come in love because I don't have any polarity in how I express my energy. I come in unity. I come as a neutralizer. Okay. I come in the purest of love being expressed. I had a pivotal moment with my children today, right? Without going into any detail, right? It was a beautiful expression of our energy coming to an understanding of growth. I'll let you guys always know that I am still growing. I'm still growing into my knowing. I don't make any proclamation to be definitive about anything that constantly changes because change is constant. It if any time change don't happen, it's stagnant and it's moving from a dense energetic expression. So I'll be a fool to sit here and say I know it all when I understand that creation is being created every single day. Every moment there is a creational experience. So I'll be a fool to sit here and say I know everything. I do know it all because I'm the all expressing. However, the essence of the all has decided to move in the manner to which we are still growing back into our knowing. And constantly things is being created and vibrational vortexes is being created and experiences is being created on a constant. So how can one truly say I know it all, right? When all is something is always being created because you are a creator, right? You are so welcome, Mr. Overett. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that you are here in the synergy. I'm grateful for all of you that are on Instagram and for the synergy. It's a beautiful thing. And I hope that what you guys take from this is not, taking my story and being like, oh, no, this is Divine's story. This is Patrice's story, right? What is your story? Your story is so important, you guys. Like your story is the bomb.com because you are creating it. You are creating your relative reality by how you are perceptualizing your reality. Your perception is creating your reality. So your story is very important. And even when you regurgitate history is still being lived through your truth. Always remember that. So do you want to repeat that energy by giving it life? Is that something that you want to always be in the midst of your experience when you regurgitate certain history? Because once it plugs into you, right, you're giving it life. That was the key thing to the Matrix. Plug it into shit. You remember how they say plug in, right? You plug it in, you're allowing that experience to plug into you to cipher energy for it to create that, to project that energy, to project that reality. Okay. Right. All right. I love you guys. I really do. So with that being said, you guys have an amazing evening. I thank you guys for being in this space with me, sharing synergetically. I hope that you can carry this seed just for consideration. What's up, Fashion Lux? Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. I hope that you can carry this information in essence of just consideration. I'm not here to try to change you because only you can change yourself. You got to be what you want to see. So it's all up to you. But I'm just sharing an aspect of me and how I move, and just putting it out there for possible consideration. But it's through the true essence and the vibration of unity and love consciousness, right? That's how I move, right? All right. Mwah. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And I shall commence to talking to you guys later. Later, y'all. Love y'all.